Hey guys, just back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the most expensive tank in the game. Kind of. The Calliope. It is over 10,000 eagles to purchase. I have had it pretty much since it came out, so I don't remember its exact price. The reason I say it's kind of the most expensive is because in raw price it is the most expensive. However, if you want the M26 T99, you have to buy this first, so that kind of makes the T99 more expensive even though it costs 5,000 eagles. Anyways, that out of the way. The Calliope is a Sherman. Same battle rating as a Sherman, with a rocket rack on top that you can't kill. So as soon as you add something to a tank that can't negatively affect it, that instantly makes it better, right? Right. But it's the same battle rating as the regular Sherman with the 75mm gun. Now, driving the Calliope, I mostly use the main cannon. Just because, I mean, it'll kill things more reliably than the rockets will. These rockets aren't the greatest, and I accidentally fire them all the time. But these rockets can kill Panzer IVs, T-34s, basically anything other than a heavy tank it can kill with its rockets. And the best thing that the rockets are useful for, especially with the hull break mechanic, is shooting at anti-aircraft guns and really lightly armored things like that. You can hull break them really easily now with the rockets. I mean, it would have killed them instantly anyways, but now it doubly instantly kills them because overkill, right? You can spam these rockets at an alarming rate. However, they did nerf it quite a while ago in that it doesn't fire just stupidly fast with no reload. Something that I do find quite stupid about this tank, however, is when your loader is dead, it doubles the time that your rockets take to fire, despite the fact that your loader doesn't load your rockets. So, just an anomaly that I noticed driving this thing. So, if I mostly use the main cannon, you're probably wondering what I use the rockets for then. Well, let's say I come up on a Panzer IV or a T-34. I knock it down. I don't, let's say I kill the driver and nothing else because I'm bad. Just start spamming rockets at it, and it will eventually just die. Because you'll eventually get a direct hit, and that direct hit will knock out everything else on it. So, the cannon on this thing will usually one-shot things, as you can see right there against that Panzer IV. But it's that odd time that it doesn't, that the rockets really come into play. Or, like I said earlier, about against lightly armored vehicles. It has no issue killing anything lightly armored. It's just godlike at it, with the really short reload and stuff like that. So, that coupled with a powerful cannon makes this thing an amazing tank. It is at a 4.3 battle rating, and it's fairly mobile, its gun is alright, and, well, it's not... you get this tank more just to say that you have a Calliope than to use it. I mean, you don't see them all that often because it's at a fairly low tier, but it is an amazing tank. And with some of the battle rating changes coming up sometime in the next week to the T-3045 and Hellcats, this thing should be made even better. I mean, not that the Hellcat battle rating will affect it because it still fights it, but the T-3045 standard one will no longer fight this tank, which will make it even better than it already is, because that's this thing's bane of its existence. So as you can see there, I didn't kill him, so I start spamming the rockets, and then I get killed from the other side, so I mean, whatever. That's how it goes. Another rare tank, finished KV-1. So, the rockets aren't all that useful at long distances, just because they're stupidly inaccurate and drop a lot. So that's another time you'd like to use the cannon. So this thing's... If you have the regular Sherman, it's the first one you unlock at Tier 3? Tier 2. It's the last one you unlock at Tier 2. It's the exact same thing. The same mobility, same everything. I don't even think that the weight of the rocket rack is actually modeled on top, because you'd think it'd be quite tipsy with all that weight up top, but it gets close sometimes, but it never actually falls over any more than the regular Sherman would. So, I mean, that's not a huge problem. That being said, when you're driving under short bridges, or firing your rockets at close range, be careful, because if you hit a bridge too hard, you'll knock out your rocket rack. If you fire at a KV-2 too close, that's like the only thing you can hit with your rocket rack at close range, it will knock out your rocket rack. So you can knock out your own module on your tank, which actually I believe is one of the few tanks that can actually do that. That being said, it's not as bad as the T-99, where if you fire it at close range when you're face-hugging someone, that it'll actually kill you. Oh god, bad dames. Anyways, but this thing is rather amazing. I mean, It's just so funny watching like a Panzer IV be like, haha, you didn't kill me, and then you just spam rockets into its face and it blows up because he has no idea what's happening. Or if you miss your shot and you just want a smoke screen, just spam rockets at the ground. I mean, the rockets have a million different uses other than just killing tanks. Like I said, smoke screens, suppressive fire, just, yeah. Being said that they did at least fix the glitch in this tank where you used to be able to fire the rockets without having a gunner. Because those were the days, man, when you could fire this thing. Oh, so great. But we're not in those times anymore. We're in the times now where this thing actually works properly and it's actually balanced and not stupidly overpowered like it used to be. It is a good tank. It is not an overpowered tank. It's a collector's tank. Most people will not bother buying this thing. I mean, if you want to grind, put your money in a T-29 or a Super Pershing or a Super Hellcat or anything other than this. This thing is not for grinding. It can rake in the lions if you know what you're doing in it, because you don't pay for the rockets on top. You don't pay for the ammo because you use the stock shell. So, it's a good line grinder, but it's 10,000 Eagles line grinder, and there's things that you can get that'll grind lines just as well that don't cost 10,000 Eagles. So, this thing's biggest thing against it is its price, which I'm pretty sure is on purpose, just because if it wasn't on purpose, I mean, if this thing was a cheaper tank, they'd be spammed out all the time. I mean, it's good, but I mean, it would be just so cancerous to have it spammed out all the time. Now, my favorite thing to fight in these is Panzerwaffes. They're at the same battle rating, except your rockets fire faster and fly faster. So there's nothing like having a long-range rocket sniping battle when he only has 8 rockets. You can definitely wreck some Panzerwürfe with this thing. That being said, wrecking Panzerwürfe isn't hard with the cannon either, it's just not as funny. So, this is a really... For example, like the Panzerwürfe or the MB8 42-24 have the issue that they're not tanks, and when you run out of rockets, you run out of rockets, and there's nothing you can do. Especially with the Panzerwürfe. Its rockets are amazing, it will one-hit anything you hit, but good luck using them at any kind of range. They drop a lot. So, yeah. As you're going to see the accuracy of the rockets while I'm firing at this AA gun here. So, one other good thing about the rockets is it's above the tank and no one can kill it from the top. So as you can see there, I don't have line of sight on the second AA gun. I can just see the very top of it. So instead of firing my gun, I fire the rockets over at it, and because he can't return fire into my rocket rack, it won't do anything. I can just continuously spam rockets. So spamming rockets into another T-34 reveals where his position is, so I can actually know where he is and shoot him with my gun, but he gets killed by another player first. So, I mean, this Calliope, like I said, it's not for everyone. It's a specialty tank. It's like those event things that you get and people, they're like, oh my god, I need to have that because I need to have it. There's no other reason to get it other than you want to have it. I was literally just counting premiums with a friend, and I mean, I've got 30-something premiums in a lot of nations. Most of them I don't pay for. Most of them are all rare event things that you can get. Like Russia, I think I had like 37 premiums or something stupid like that. So, as with all rocket tanks in the game, it's got it, like, the Cromwell RP, they're all really overpriced for what you can use them for grinding. But that's because Gaijin wants them to be rare, but they don't want to make them exclusive. These things are, I'd say, like, exclusive vehicles would be like those event things, like the ME262A2A, or the F7F3, or the Type 62. All those kind of things, I would say, are exclusive, because you won't get them again. This thing, I would say, is rare, because you don't see it very often, because it's so expensive. That's really the only thing that makes this thing rare, is its price. It's not like it's a bad tank, it's actually quite a good tank. But I couldn't really recommend anyone buying it, unless you have everything in the game. Because it's just fun to play. I mean, I don't take this thing out and go, oh, I'm gonna go grind whatever I have left in Tier 4. I take this thing out and it's like, either I need lines, which is my state when I was driving it this time, because I've been playing like shit in my STB1, which I'll do a review on soon. But it's just fun. Like, you go out there, he spends some rockets at some noobs, and he gets some kills. I mean, it's not a hard tank to drive by any means. It drives like exactly like a regular Sherman, except for it gets some extra spam on top. I also heard these things, I didn't do the E100 tournaments, but I also heard these things were rather overpowered in the E100 events, because that was back when they had the fire with no gunner and stupid fast reload on the rockets. So, these rockets are actually fairly small. They don't do all that much damage. Like, for example, I said it can kill a Panzer IV and a T-34 if you hit it in the right spot. It won't always kill it all the time. It will. The rockets are pretty bad. I mean, they're really, really small. So, you need to aim them, and they're not accurate enough to aim them at any kind of distance. But killing AA trucks, killing the flak buses with the 88s, killing Wirbelwinds, Ostwinds, that kind of stuff it can do with no problem. This is probably the best light tank killer in the game. Like, I mean, I would take this thing against the Sheridan to kill light tanks because it's funny. When you just spam rockets. I mean, I know it can't fight Sheridans, but it's just a fun tank overall. It's you don't take it because, oh, I'm gonna be serious, I'm gonna do well this game. You take it because it's like, I enjoy driving this tank. I want to play this tank because I like it. It's just fun. It's just like, it's one of those things that's so dumb that it's good. So, yeah, I mean, I just love this tank so much. It's a great tank. I'm gonna have to play it a lot more now. By the way, Road, I hate you for making me play this thing a lot more. But it's all good, because I like this tank. So, another thing about this, though, is it does not take damage. It will get one shot by almost any Panzer IV, or as I mentioned previously, D-34-85s are the bane of this thing's existence. Because you don't have the gun, if they're angled, to penetrate them. But they have the gun to end you from spawn to spawn. So, that's pretty much the end of the gameplay and the end of this video. And I'm actually, at the time of this recording, I'm at 99 subscribers. And I've got something a little special planned for 100. So, just stick around if you want to see that. Subscribe if you want to know what the special event I have planned is. Or giveaway, maybe. Nothing. I didn't say giveaway. Whoops. I'm not re-recording this. Screw it. I'm doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers. So, see you guys later, and I'll see you in the next one.